Okay, so moving forward from the test fits we did in the previous part of Assignment 1, this is the space program created for the Meek-1 school, and as you can see, the zones that we created include the green spaces, which are learning zones, the orange spaces, which are social hubs, the red spaces, which are functions, and the gray, which are storage and equipment. So this is just a preview of the test fits from the assignment before. And moving forward into the integral theory of the 4 quadrants, for perspectives of behaviors, which is to shape form to maximize performance. When looking at this site, you can see that there's strong southern sunlight and water slopes primarily in the southwest direction towards the Schuylkill River. So with this in mind, the integrated design scheme that I proposed is positioning the building on an angle on site to allow the strong southern sunlight to penetrate into the building. Even more so, the learning zones should be located in the south direction to benefit from that sunlight, as well as I proposed including a horizontal window curtain wall to adorn the facade. And as water slopes in the southwest direction, the building should be oriented away from the slope and a water catchment system should be placed onto site. And as you can see, this building type is a deep plan and it's single story. Moving on to the perspective of systems, which is to shape the form to guide flow. When looking at the site, you can see that there's heavy vehicular traffic and pedestrian traffic on the intersection of Kelly Drive and Calumet Street, as well as there's this 100-year flood line which runs through the site. So the integrated design scheme that I proposed is, because of this heavy traffic intersection, we should set the learning zones and primary social hubs back from the heavy traffic patterns for safety. Moreover, this green space will then act as a void between the learning zones and the traffic intersection. And moreover, we should probably provide a safety barrier near the traffic patterns, and for the flood line that we have here, the primary building should be located above that line. I do have this system as a linear plan, as we have this linear stretch on the site, as well as a single story. To break up the space, though, I proposed that the auditorium and gym be a separate building that could utilize some outside functional space. Moving into perspective of cultures, which is shape, form to manifest meaning. The findings and challenges here are that the site has the potential to provide a community gateway as well as a connection into the neighborhood. There's a rich culture of East Falls that the Meek-1 school and the site can definitely, contribute to. So for this integrated design scheme, I proposed that since we have this East Fall Bridge at the intersection of Kelly Drive and Calumet Street, that artwork should probably be displayed at this site, this position on the site. This could be an interactive link to the community, something that the community can come to and see, and something that the kids can as well contribute to. I also proposed that the lobby should be a connection into the neighborhood. As closer residences are near Ridge Avenue, this would be more of a neighborhood connection. So the lobby should definitely be open and something that's multi-story, something that looks inviting and will intrigue the neighborhood to, appreciate and come see the school. So for this plan, you can see I have again proposed 2 separate buildings with the auditorium and gym as its separate entity. But as well as this is a courtyard type of building, as we will have 2 green spaces that can either contribute to vegetation or just green interactive space. Moving on to perspective of experiences, which is to shape the form to engender experience. For the findings and challenges here, noise surrounds the site on 3 basically on all sides. And optimal views are to the East Falls Bridge. So the site is somewhat disconnected to the nature. So for this, I'm proposing that we, for this integrated design scheme, I'm proposing that we include a lot of shrubbery to not only prevent the noise and unwanted sights on site, but it will also create more of an interaction with the environment to bring some more of that green environment onto the site. So the shrubs will essentially provide a link to environmental awareness. I'm proposing that vegetation and interactive green elements should be included on site for learning. Specifically here, this would be a great opportunity for vegetation in classroom learning. This would more of be an open green space, as well as, proposed later on artwork here as well. I'm proposing that this is a 2-story building, more condensed, and also that there should be balconies on the second floor, so that there is more of a transparency between nature and light to flow through the building, just to create an airiness to the learning experience.